Fight. Making his way to the cage and fighting out of the red corner, it's J.J. MacDonald.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Cagezilla 85 as we move into our next fight. Starting off with J.J. MacDonald making his way to the ring.
J.J. MacDonald, a young man out of the lab, a great academy, and man, this guy was really excited to get in here and under the bright Cagezilla lights, and we made it happen. I'm really excited to see him in here. It comes from a great gym, like I say. He's got one other teammate that's on the card here tonight, and man, 6'1", this is a big boy here for the middleweight division, and he's making his debut up against a guy with some experience, so he's going to have to come out here and prove himself tonight.
Yeah, absolutely the case. You know, we get a lot of people in the middleweight division that kind of push different physiques and physicalities, and I am excited to see what we're going to see out of J.J. MacDonald here today. As I said, there's a lot to prove in a very, very stacked division as well.
Yeah, I mean, our last fight was something that these guys got to live up to. Every fight that's coming after them. Man, this crowd has already been on their feet and screaming, and they want some more, and they're going to get it here in this middleweight fight here, number 4 of the night.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Kenneth Ukaegbu.
Kenneth Ukaegbu, coming out of Heroes MMA, and man, under Coach Jabri, and really excited to see him in here. He's been in the Cagezilla cage before. You know, JJ, we were talking about how tough he is coming in here, and you know, Kenneth is not a guy you just kind of want to look over coming in with your debut fight. He's had some experience, he's had some ups, he's had some downs, but ultimately he's had the experience in the cage time, and he's been in there with some good guys. You know, he's been in there with one of our guys, Randy Savage Myers, and some others as well. So Kenneth has been in there with some top tier guys, and so this is going to be a heck of a fight. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Absolutely. He always brings his A game. Is always a great matchup for whoever is coming his way. And I think that here Ukaegbu is going to have a big fight ahead of him. We talked a little bit about J.J. MacDonald, how he looks, how he fights, and I cannot wait to see what is coming.
Yeah, no, and both guys looking in good shape. You know, I know J.J. is making his debut. First time I'm seeing him, but Ukaegbu, you know, he looks really lean. He looks great for this fight. Coming in here at 185, I think he's fought at 205 before as well. But coming in here tonight, looking really lean, really in shape, and I think he's focused for this one. Let's send it down to Chris here to call this fight and make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Cagezilla middleweight division. It is brought to you by our friends at Green Village Concrete, the level best in Northern Virginia. And now, starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6'2" and weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of the lab, it's J.J. MacDonald. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'9" and weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of Hero MMA Academy, it's Kenneth Ukaegbu. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Cagezilla middleweight division. It is brought to you by Green Village Concrete, and your referee is Michael Dolman.
And we got a big one ahead of us here for the third official fight of the night, fourth overall. J.J. MacDonald, Kenneth Ukaegbu about to take to it. With Michael Dolman in the middle, ready to officiate. Here we go. Interesting approach there from the red corner. Immediately going to a glove touch. I thought he was going to just take him down right at the start.
Oh, he better put that chin down because he took a sharp one from Ukaegbu. Ukaegbu's not playing tonight. He's got the cage experience, and I think he's going to use it. JJ better go ahead and settle down. Keep those hands up.
Solid fadeaway as well from Ukaegbu. Once again, very strategic in these approaches, and I like the fact that he has the ring awareness, too. Whenever he is getting pushed there by J.J. MacDonald, he's backing up, turning, and not meeting the back with that cage, which means that he's just able to kind of run the red side ragged.
Wow. Yeah, both guys with some good exchanges. JJ with that long range, I think that's just part of his range, but he is keeping his fingers out, and he's got to watch that. You got expert.
Be careful.
Expert referee Michael Dolman here.
Best in the business.
Best in the business. You can't beat that.
So I've got a couple of friends and family in the crowd tonight, and I told them this was going to be one of the ones they wanted to watch out for. This is scheduled to be a really good fight. It's like our matchmaker is doing a really good job.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Mr.
This isn't a good sign, though. Ukaegbu was so good up on his feet. All of a sudden, turns over to try to stand back up. And I like the fact that JJ just immediately sees this change, jumps right back in for the grapple attempt, and now he could just be putting this away here in round number 1.
Wow. Good job fighting the hands, though, by Ukaegbu.
You know, Ukaegbu's coach, Jabri, was a little hesitant on taking this fight because he said he wanted to challenge his athlete. He didn't want him to fight a debuter, but JJ's going to give him all he can handle here in this fight.
And maybe more than he can handle. Unfortunately, Ukaegbu just has no leverage in this position. He has his hips elevated off the floor because the pelvis of MacDonald is in under him. He's trying to roll back off. JJ's going to say, no, sir. We'll try to turn this back around, but now look at this. Ukaegbu able to muscle up into a position where now he's trying to force MacDonald into full guard.
Wow. JJ with some slick submission attempts, man. Wow.
This is the first round. This is crazy.
Something about the energy in the air tonight,
absolutely.
Chris.
And the crowd is absolutely electric. I know with these headphones on, and sometimes it's hard to tell just how loud the crowd is, but you know, when I get in the ring, I have to take those headphones off, and it is deafening in here, especially that last fight.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss it being over there, guys. Hope to be back with you in person soon. But for right now, I can feel the energy radiating off the screen right now. Both of these fighters back up to their food. Ukaegbu having to play a little bit defensively. Crashes through guard once again, trying to get some control of the hips of JJ. MacDonald going to reel back. Now, unfortunately, he's forced up against the cage side wall. Let's see what Ukaegbu can do with this situation.
A little bit of blood starting to trickle out of the nose of Kenneth.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I was getting ready to say he started off the round really strong, but I think JJ kind of took the round over towards the end there. And great round for both guys. They better put some ice on Kenneth's face.
I don't want it to go. I don't want it to be missed that Kenneth did a great job of fighting his opponent off that was on his back in a really advantageous position, almost ready to sink that choke in, and Kenneth did a really good job on defense and it actually got the sweep and turned it around there at the end. So really good job by both fighters in the opening round.
Guys, the energy in here. What are you thinking about these fights tonight? Come on.
Crazy. I was telling everyone, this is the night that you do not want to miss. I just went over to my bosses in the crowd tonight, and I walked over and I said, I told you, this is the one you wanted to be here for.
Certainly is the case, and the energy in here, I don't know if it's the neon party or what, but we got a lot of good energy in here tonight, and the fighters are showing that energy as well, because man, these guys had a heck of a first round. We're gonna have to see what who continues to prevail, whether it's JJ's athleticism or Ukaegbu's experience.
Michael Dolman got both fighters back up, ready for round number 2. Starting off with a glove touch, but I'm sure the fists are going to fly soon. A little bit of a fishing leg kick there from J.J. MacDonald just to buy a bit of space. Now we're boxing up close. Ukaegbu going to fall back here, tries to slip the punch, comes around the far side of this one, and it's going to be taken down after over-investing in a hook. Now what can MacDonald do from here?
Yeah, wow.
That was a spear tackle. Goodness gracious.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that reversal of position. You better watch. I mean, JJ's quick throwing up those triangles. And Ukaegbu's on top, but he's got to do something with it.
This is right where Kenneth wants to be right now. It looked like JJ might have been getting a little bit more of Ukaegbu on his feet, and so this is a perfect position for him right now.
Yeah, I want to see Ukaegbu, scoring some damage and doing
he's got to
something.
work, right?
Yep, he can't lay there on his chest. He's about to get some, throw some. Oh, nice pass. Nice pass.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, over to the far side. Good job by MacDonald to try to shove Ukaegbu off. Back up to their feet. Now Ukaegbu loses what could have been a golden opportunity there.
I don't know what he was scrambling for right there.
I want to see JJ start keeping those fingers together. I don't like how he's reaching with that front hand.
It's the problem with MMA gloves.
Yep.
Oh,
nice shot from Ukaegbu.
Right,
oh, sneaky spinning back fist, but JJ comes in and gives a little more for good measure there.
It's crazy that both of these fighters are so skilled on the ground, and when they stand up, it looks like a violent street fight. They are just throwing punches with evil intentions. No kicks, nothing like that. Just, I'm going to take your head off with one of these punches.
Right. No, heck of a stand-up battle and ground battle.
Yep.
Here we go. Another exchange. Almost on the ground right now. See that very, very wide stance taken by both of these fighters, not want to be taken down. That was something that we were kind of missing out some of our earlier fights, but both of these guys know what to do in this grapple situation. And for as much as JJ is making his debut, he's fighting like a veteran.
Oh. I have not seen either one of these guys throw a body shot. They're head hunting the entire fight. And honestly, if I'm JJ MacDonald, I'm taking a look at Ukaegbu breathing through his mouth real heavy, and I might wow!
What?
There we go. JJ MacDonald put his stamp on the Cagezilla cage here tonight. Great stoppage.
Did he get flashed? I missed it.
Well, yeah, it's a blink and a miss it situation right there, but Ukaegbu ends with him on the floor, and look at this, it's JJ MacDonald in his debut at Cagezilla, walking away with the victory.
And it looks like that's exactly what happened. It looked like Michael Dolman saw a flash knockout over there against the cage.
Yeah. Michael Dolman's always got the best look inside the cage there, and I think he had just seen enough. I don't think it was anything huge or a huge knockout, but I don't see Ukaegbu protesting, and JJ was doing nothing but putting his foot on the gas pedal.
And what a showing by MacDonald, staying through strong against a lot of fantastic technical attempts at takedowns and other shots delivered by Ukaegbu. And he comes out on top, and that celebration says it all. A weight lifted off his shoulders. I hope that Ukaegbu is okay. Currently being attended to by the ringside doctor. He had such a fantastic fight right up till that flash knockout.
Well, and that's exactly what it was. I just confirmed with referee Michael Dolman that he was flashed. He said I could have stopped the fight 5 punches before that, but I wanted to give him a chance, and it ended up in a flash knockout over there against the fence.
Oh, wow. Okay, so he saw something that we didn't. So, yeah, it looked to me like he was still kind of bobbing and weaving, but maybe some of those punches were landing a little cleaner than I thought. Here comes the medical team. I tell you what, JJ MacDonald is an explosive dude here in the middleweight division, and definitely going to be a guy to watch here with a lot of talent.
Absolutely the case. Already defeating a veteran in such an emphatic fashion here, Brent. I mean, you're the one with the finger on the trigger, right? What did you do next? What are you seeing for this guy?
Oh, man. A debut guy coming in here and beating a guy with experience, with a good amount of fights. Obviously JJ's not going to be bashful to come in and fight another guy with fights as well. So, he might be taking the fast road to the middleweight title.
Well, you heard it here, folks. A potential middleweight champion could be on the horizon. And I got to say, JJ MacDonald looks like he's the whole package.
Absolutely. He looked great tonight. Really impressed with his performance. Kenneth is not a guy you mess with. He looks in great shape tonight. He did. And, JJ took him out. He pretty much shut both of his eyes, and I hope Kenneth goes home and gets to heal up and learn from this one, because it wasn't for nothing. He went up against a great guy in JJ MacDonald. Let's send it down to Chris here to call this one and make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Michael Dolman has called a stop to the action. 2 minutes and 22 seconds into the second round. For your winner, by TKO, out of the blue corner, it's JJ MacDonald.
Congratulations once again to JJ MacDonald for a fantastic knockout in his very first fight. We can't wait to see him back here in Cagezilla 85, and we'll see you all right after the break.